Four teams have battled through the opening round of the college football playoff, and now the pressure and the intensity continue to mount as we go to the quarterfinals, moving away from home sites and onto neutral fields. What's the bigger factor, the battle-tested team or the better-rested team? Welcome, folks, to AT&T Stadium, the home of the Cowboys, right here in Arlington, Texas. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Texas Longhorns, taking on a playoff team from last year, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler with Kirk Herbstreit. It's quarterfinal time in the CFP, and let's get it going. The kickoff team is out there. Great energy as this playoff game is about to get underway. Texas. And they'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. Shotgun, here's an inside give. Going absolutely nowhere after a loss of one. They run it right into a blitz. That linebacker was coming downhill curve.
And what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. You're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
Quick pass, here comes a jet sweep. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards, didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense, and they better defend this style of play moving forward.
But it's incomplete, and that will now bring up fourth down.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this third down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw in this play.
And he's going to get run out of bounds after a small pickup on the return. There's the handoff. The gain is 4, so it's 2nd and 6.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Now we're going to draw play. Breaks into the clear. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
Quick throw to the left. Tight end makes the catch on the corner route. They finally tackle him at the 4. It's a solid gain in the pitch and catch.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
Timeout is called by the defense. That's their first of the half. The Longhorns hoping to punch it in here. They have 1st and goal. First and goal, they'll try to run it in. He slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss.
I love love that this defense is still fighting and still attacking. They're defending a first-and-goal play, and instead of just laying down and letting the offense score, no, they're not backing down. They get penetration, come up with a tackle for a loss.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. He's got it near the end zone. Brought down at the 5 after the catch. The offense really threatening now. Longhorns come to the line in the hurry up. Third and goal, looking to throw for it. Touchdown, Texas, as they claim the lead in this playoff game.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
And the extra point was up and good. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee to bring the football out to the 25-yard line. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. Pass incomplete under heavy pressure, just got it away.
Well, I'm a big fan of the RPO, but it is a dangerous play for the quarterback. You got to make the right decision. On this play, it just seemed like he was a little hesitant, unsure, and it cost him here with an incompletion.
At the 25, it's 2nd and 10. Can they make it a 3rd and manageable here? That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. The senior tries to take a shot, but overthrows his man.
I'm not sure the quarterback makes the right decision on this one. I think if he'd do it over again, he would have found a different target downfield, but he made his decision. That one's incomplete.
Must convert here on 3rd down to avoid back-to-back punts to start this game. To his right. He's in the clear. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Buckeyes. A much-needed counterpunch delivered.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. And the coverage team brings him down at the 26. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. They reached the end zone the last time out. Trying to do the same thing here. It's a run to the left. Picks up the first, looking for more. They bring him down, but that's a good play. Moves the ball to a 39.
Just what a great battle here at the line of scrimmage. Good push by the offensive line, and the back does enough to be able to pick up the first down.
Here's the handoff. Pickup is 5 yards, so it's 2nd down and 5.
It's not a huge gain here, but if you add up multiple runs like that throughout the course of a game, by the 4th quarter, you're going to start to see that affect the defense.
The game makes it 2nd and medium. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. A deep shot to the right. Oh, he dropped it. Can you believe it? A huge game slips through his hands.
Well, if it hasn't been made abundantly clear by now, they want to get the ball downfield to this guy. That was almost his 2nd touchdown alone here in the first half.
After the incompletion, they'll line up now for a 3rd and 5. Short pass finds the tight end. He moved the ball to the 48 and earned a fresh set of downs.
Chris, we get so caught up in these wide receivers and their playmaking ability and getting them the ball in space. And the defense has to pay attention to them. Often too much attention opens up an underneath drag route like this, and the quarterback makes a good read. Nice first down.
Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
Another positive run on 1st and 10. It's early on in this drive, but this defense has not shown the ability to stop the run. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I just keep running the football until they prove they can stop it.
Looking for his big tight end. And it's incomplete. You don't see an elite defensive back drop a would-be pick like that very often.
Pretty nice catch here, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, but hands, sometimes a little questionable, as we saw here.
Shotgun formation here on 3rd down. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now.
Oof, the risk of throwing on 3rd and short. Lots of second guessing going over on that sideline about that play call. You got to wonder if they're going to go for it anyway on 4th down, but what will be the play call?
The Longhorns will look to convert here on 4th down. Fourth down, looking to throw for it. Looking for the wideout. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. Not much on the return, but the takeaway sets up the offense at the 41.
Anytime you see a defense sit back in cover 2, the quarterback knows he's looking for short to intermediate throws. He's going to have to put something on it. It's not just the guys that are covering deep. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of, so you drive that throw. Otherwise, you're going to see results like this, which are an interception.
Offense stops the clock with their 2nd timeout to talk strategy. We'll change the pre-snap look now. He's hit as he throws it. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up 2nd down.
Anytime a quarterback's able to recognize a free rusher like that, that's what the check down is for. He has to recognize the protection issues quickly and pivot.
Pre-snap motion from the offense. Catch made on the out route. Tackle made after a big gain all the way to the 36.
We talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
See what the call is on 1st and 10. Quick throw complete to the tight end. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
Here's the 2nd down play. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. They get him down quickly. Not much of a gain on that completion.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or 2 guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody. It allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Quarterback will throw this out of the RPO. Fights into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Boy, great job here of finding him again. That's his 2nd touchdown reception in this football game.
The PAT is good. They go up a touchdown, 14-7. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. He'll return it from inside the 10-yard line. Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. Offense out for the first play of the drive, beginning at the 22. First down, looking to throw the ball. On the run here, let's it go. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
He stopped just short of that first down marker, inches away from it. The lead here, Kirk, and the first quarter is in the books. What is a huge opportunity for both these programs to get a step closer to a national championship. Plenty of time for some plot twists here as we begin the second quarter. A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on third down. Toss it to the back, running left. Look out, off and running. Inside the 40, the 20, past the 10, and he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Longhorns. Well, this college football playoff game is all tied up, and Kirk is beginning to feel a little bit like a shootout.
Yeah, it is. It's a battle of the offenses. Both these teams right now executing flawlessly, and they're doing so with such high stakes, answering one score with another. Neither team is backing up 1 inch.
State offense comes back onto the field. The passing game was so effective in the last possession, right down for a touchdown. We'll see if the defense can make adjustments. They tackle him at the 48. Solid gain. Nice play there.
Well, it's a beautiful run here for the first down, really living up to that reputation of the great backs that they've had over the years. Think about Archie Griffin and Eddie George, Ezekiel Elliott, J.K. Dobbins, just so many great backs. We're seeing another one right here.
First down, they go right back to him. He'll be taken down, but he crosses midfield with a 48.
A good push up front here in this back. I tell you, he's got some outstanding vision to be able to find those creases, to be able to get positive yards, and here he gets the first down.
Back-to-back chunk plays to begin the drive. The defense on their heels. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And is going to be taken down there, but there is a flag on the field. So that offensive penalty will be declined, but the defense, they're happy to take the result of that play. Important second down play coming up. Goes in motion. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. And he goes nowhere. Stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Not only does the defense stack him up at the point of attack, but he was instantly pushed backwards. The defense was prepared to defend the RPO.
One of those critical third down plays coming up. Incomplete, but there's a flag. Will it keep the drive alive? So the offense obviously will decline the penalty and take the result of the play. The Buckeyes will line up to kick it away. And he'll kick it away now for the second time. Ball lands at the 8 and bounces into the end zone for a touchback. They'll run it here. Fights through the tackle. Solid run. They'll bring it down to the 28-yard line.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action. Really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
Here comes a handoff. They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there.
Boy, just a beautiful hole here opened up by this offensive line. And Chris, the more I watch this Texas running back, the more I'm starting to really appreciate things like his vision and instincts as a ball carrier. You know he's got that combination of power and speed, but you start to watch him run this football, you can see why defensive coordinators around the country are very nervous when they have to go up against him.
They'll run it to the right side. Tackle up near midfield at the 48.
Love those positive yards on 1st and 10, and it's not quite a first down. Looks like it'll bring second inches, but sure does open up the playbook here to be able to open up, maybe take a shot downfield.
They'll run it with the draw play. He stopped, but he gets a first down.
Hey, it's not a lot, but you know what? It's enough for the first down. Move those sticks and keep this drive going.
The Longhorns pick up enough for a first down. Wants to throw it. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. They get him down, but the game moves the ball to the 37.
Another great play by this receiver. And I tell you, the offense coordinator is doing a nice job of moving him around. The defense knew coming into this game how tough he'd be to stop, but the way they're utilizing him is making it very challenging to be able to create the matchups that the defense wants.
The receiver makes the catch. They bring him down right at the 20. This offense set up now in the red zone.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
Takes the handoff. It's Mitchell. And that's a solid gain before the defense able to bring him down.
Chris, I just love to see this offensive line in this running game able to establish themselves. This back is already over 50 yards. We're in the first half, so really good job of establishing the run game. Opens up the play action, opens up one-on-one opportunities. Just keep winning the battle up front.
Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. Same tailback, another carry. And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage. They'll crank the tempo here for this next play. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. Makes the catch, can he get in? And he scores! Touchdown, Texas! Well, the call was sort of predictable, Kirk, but that tight end was just so tough to stop down here in the red zone.
Listen, speaking on behalf of all quarterbacks, you get down into the red zone, you're looking for that big target that you can trust. He's going to run a good route, and he's got a big wingspan to allow you to make a throw up into the air. He can go up and make a catch over most defenders. Really good execution, and come up with 6.
So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. There's some pre-snap movement, back in motion. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. He bought some time, now lets it go. No connection there. The pass is incomplete.
Well, this defense has been incredible all year long, and they continue to be that way in the postseason. Just getting after this offense, whether it's putting pressure on the quarterback, great coverage downfield. Right now, they are dominating this game.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. It is intercepted.
Oh, great hands by the defender to take that ball away and pretty much steal it from the intended receiver. I don't know if I'd be targeting that defender very many more times.
So here we go. First play of the drive, under 2 minutes before halftime. First down, looking to throw the football. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down.
Well, there's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of the quarterback trying to throw a football. And on this play, they end up flushing him out to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football. That's what led to this incompletion.
Caught behind the line. It's Mitchell. Finding some room at the 25. They finally get him, but a big gain moves the ball to the 10.
Chris, as this play was unfolding, the only thing I wanted to know was he going to get the ball over the defense to the running back. Once the back caught the ball, look out. Big yards ahead.
Longhorns are in the red zone. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. And he's finally tackled after 3. Defense getting pushed backwards.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield.
Touchdown, Longhorns. This offense is still clicking.
Chris, I know the back's going to get a lot of attention for this touchdown, but I was focused on the offensive line. You had 5 guys working as one. Great communication, able to get up to that second level and open things up nicely to allow the back into the end zone.
And the point after is right down the middle.
28, Texas, 14. You thought you had it. You thought you had it.
First play of the drive now from the 25. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. The pass is incomplete. Unclear who the intended receiver was that time.
I think he predetermined where to go with his football. Really didn't give himself a chance to work through his progressions, locked into his primary, tried to force it in there, and it doesn't work out.
So second and 10 from the 25. Important to get something here to avoid that tough third and long situation. He's got a man down the middle. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down.
This receiver has just that combination of speed and natural ball skill ability to be able to come up with play after play. Already over 50 yards here in this first half.
Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Caught in the backfield. It's Butler. 0 running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
You know, what separates good defenses from great defenses is you're going to give up some catches. But what do you do after the offense makes the reception? Are you giving up much space? Are you giving up yards after the catch? Here, just a really good job by this defense. Yeah, they gave up a reception, but right there to make a nice tackle for a loss.
Finds a receiver in the middle of the field. They make their stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Great play call by the offensive coordinator. Outstanding job of executing by the quarterback. With the defense trying to stop the run, the quarterback felt that, made a nice throw to the receiver. Look at this result. Some positive yards.
Short connection to the tight end here. They're finally able to stop him. The quarterback brings the big man down. Not easy to do with that size difference. Back to throw. It's Carpenter. Looking downfield near the end zone. And he makes the catch. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Well, they roll the dice here, call that play, and it works out. They get points on the board. They cut into the lead. Now you got a ton of momentum going in at halftime to make some adjustments and come out feeling that you can come back and win this game.
And the point after gets them within a touchdown, 28-21. Minutes going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Buckeyes will kick this away to begin the second half. Turn starts inside the 15. He's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. The Longhorns offense takes the field. An effective running game is why they are on top. Let's see if the defense can find a way to stop that. Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. And it works. The first down to the 35.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
Looking to throw now on first down. And it's incomplete even on a first down throw. He was under some heavy pressure.
One way to slow down a very gifted quarterback is to be able to get pressure on him. Right now the defense coordinator is doing a great job of mixing up the looks, and the defense is winning the line of scrimmage, and I think it's really impacting this quarterback's rhythm.
Second down after the incompletion. It's a draw play. The first down is still going. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs. This offense continues to roll. We've wondered, would this defense come up with some answers at halftime? Not on that play.
No, they've tried to make every adjustment they can. This offense has been very impressive with the way they're able to keep this ball on the ground, churning out big yards. I think they're gaining more confidence, really, as this game goes on.
That's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure. Incomplete, so it's second down attempt. It's press coverage now from these DBs. Gonna run it. It's Mitchell. But only a 1-yard gain, so it's 3rd and 9 for them.
Christine, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. And he's going to take a shot down the left side. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. It's a short return. They bring him down to the 22, but this defense steps up, makes a big play.
Wow, a risky call by the offensive coordinator, playing with the lead in the playoff in the second half, throwing the football. I don't disagree with it, but now you give this defense a chance to create a turnover, and they capitalize here with the pick.
Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Direct snap to the back. Breaks an open space. Moves the ball up to the 30.
I'll tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
Getting set. Here's second down. Sticking with the running game. Brought down at the 33. That's good enough to move the sticks.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
It's an RPO. The quarterback gets it out quickly. And the defense swarms not much of a gain on that completion.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up third down.
It's now.
Handoff here from the shotgun. And they'll stop him just short of the marker. Good effort, but the defense holds. Now it's fourth down. Buckeyes will look to convert here on fourth down. Design quarterback run. Breaks into the clear. At the 20. At the 10. Touchdown, Ohio State. The quarterback takes it in himself.
There just aren't a lot of quarterbacks that can take a design QB run and take it downfield that far for a touchdown. What an added element for this offense, and it makes it so challenging for the defense to stop.
And we'll set up with the PAT. He knocks through the PAT and ties the score here in the third period. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Return here from inside the 15-yard line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Gaining some breathing room now. Tackle at the 26.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I'd love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Takes the handoff again. Bring him down, but he makes the 40-yard line. That's a solid game.
It was a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
First down and 10. On the ground. They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing.
Well, if he would have stayed on his track and stayed more to the inside, I think that play opens up for a nice game. Instead, he's looking for the big play, bounces it to the outside, and there's just too much speed on that defense.
Tied up here in the third quarter. These second down and long plays become important as they try to avoid third and long. They look to throw it here on second down. Caught by the receiver. Fights off the defender. They make the stop, but he's in enemy territory now. First down to the 45.
And the defense sits back in a zone coverage. Good job here by the quarterback recognizing that soft coverage, and he hits the routine drag route underneath for a first down.
Longhorns are going to keep this drive rolling. Looking to throw it on first down. It's an out route. The catch made.
Anytime you have a chance to get this wide receiver isolated, to get the ball in his hands, you do it.
Defense showing blitz here. Second down, we're going to throw it. That's the third pick tonight thrown by this QB. Look out, he's in the clear. Inside the 10s. Touchdown, Buckeyes. A defensive score in this playoff game. Wow.
Chris, that second-tier defender or linebacker sometimes can get lost in coverage. I don't know if the quarterback saw it. The quarterback threw it right to him, comes up with the interception, and then he has the speed to take it all the way to the house.
PNT is good, so they're up by a touchdown, 35-28. Bringing it out, it's Pilton. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. Here's the first play of the drive now, backed up at the 15. On first and 10, looking to throw. Quick completion to the tight end. Breaks a tackle on the play. Makes a decent gain.
Well, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
Going absolutely nowhere with a loss on the play.
Man, the defensive coordinator has to be fired up about this play. The thing that he has to love is that his defense and their technique was right on point. They didn't lose their leverage. They stayed with the play and didn't just go after the quarterback.
Can't hold on. Good defensive play brings up a fourth down.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. Third and short, your goal should just... Keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this fourth and short.
Well, the offense failed earlier in a 4th and attempt. They'll try it again here. Offense flinching before the snap. That'll cost him 5. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. The Longhorns will send their punt team onto the field. They finally get him down, but that's a solid return. Good work by the return man. Dumps it off to the tight end. And he'll be smarter right at the line for no gain.
Boy, they're just fundamentally sound. Right where you want to be after the completion. Nowhere to go after that catch.
The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. Quarterback making some changes at the line. Grab behind the line. It's Allen. Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a real nice game there. Kirk, Ohio State has the lead here after 1. Sitting in a pretty good spot as we wrap up the 3rd quarter, trying to keep those national championship hopes alive. Let's take a quick look at the game stats while we have a chance. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a 1st down play. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
2nd down play coming up. Receiver in motion now. That's reeled in. It's Butler. He'll go down after a solid gain, more than enough for a 1st down.
Chris, that's another nice pickup through the air. I thought they might be really just out to run the football here with the lead. But instead, they're electing to throw the football. Different routes, quarterbacks in rhythm. Really, it's almost an extension of their passing game.
The Buckeyes are on the move here. Looking to throw it from the red zone. Pass caught. Touchdown, Ohio State. That's how you finish a play. How important was that touchdown, Kirk? It's now a 2-possession game here in the 2nd half.
It's a great job of this offense with their execution and having situational awareness here in the 2nd half. They now have, as you said, Chris, this 2-possession lead. They got a great chance to finish it off and get a win.
Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. He's got it inside the 15. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. Going this time. Running out of time in the pocket. He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1. Longhorns will come to the line to run the hurry up. Timeout called by the defense. They'll go to the sideline and try to adjust. That's their 1st timeout. Now it's 2nd down here. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Lets it fly to the wideout. He's got it with room to run. They drag him down after a big gain. Ball moved all the way to the 38.
Chris, here we are in the fourth quarter. These guys are trailing. Had been a great day, but with this quarterback, he's as gifted as anybody in the country. You never count these guys out.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Swarm to the pass rush. A sack.
Chris, that's on the offensive line right there. They definitely have to be feeling responsible because it's almost like you didn't protect your little brother back there.
These big guys up front will have to regroup now. It's 2nd and 14. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Grab down the middle. It's Thorne. They bring him down. That's a very solid game, but still well short of the first down. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Makes a quick catch. They make the stop just short of the marker. It's going to be 4th down and inches to go.
I really like what this defensive coordinator's doing right now. He's got a nice lead. Just sit back. The most important thing is tackling this offense inbounds so that clock will keep ticking.
The offense stays on the field down multiple possessions. Easy choice.
That's where you tip your cap to the offensive line. 4th down in inches. Simple call, quarterback sneak. But a nice surge there up front by the big boys to give the quarterback plenty of room to pick up that first.
The Longhorns begin a new series here. 1st and 10. And the quarterback drops back, looking for an open man. Incomplete. That should have been caught. That's on the receiver.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you just have too much time in your hands. You end up thinking way too much. Gets your hands a little shaky.
Incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Looking for a receiver. Not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Chris, that's a classic case of predetermining what to do with the football. You've got this incredibly talented receiver, arguably the best athlete on the field. I get it. You want to get him the football, but throwing into double coverage, that's a no-no and a great way to throw picks.
And that's a 3rd straight misfire. So down by multiple possessions here. The offense will try to convert here on 4th down. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Oh, they cannot connect. Really needed that completion. Instead, it's a turnover on downs.
Boy, Chris, you just know down by a couple possessions late in this game, they had to be able to deliver here on this 4th down to give themselves a shot. By not getting the first down, this one feels like it's over.
Breaks loose at the 40. Tackle made after a big gain.
Chris, good job here on this stop, but remember the ball is inbounds and the clock keeps moving here late in the game and you're trailing. The defense, you got to start thinking about utilizing those timeouts. You got all 3 to use. At what point are you going to start putting those into play?
Solid gain, moves the ball up to the 47 and a deep 1st down. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Big guys up front lined up. It's 1st down. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived at the same time as the football. And now it's 2nd down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Caught over the middle. It's Allen. Tackle finally made at the 37. 1st and 10 from there.
Another big play by this offense, and it continues to be the pass game. Between the offensive line, the receivers running good routes, and this quarterback making really accurate throws, they are dynamic and a tough offense to stop.
1st and 10 now for the offense. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Breaks into open space. To the 25. Now here he goes. Touchdown, Buckeyes. They cap the drive with 6 points.
You know, some people get really upset when you run up the score like this, but for most of the players out there, I think they get it. When you're ahead, you want to win by 100, and when you're behind, you just want... And
they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. It's blocked. Picked up by the defense. It's a live ball. Could be a 2-point return here. Across midfield. Out past the 30. The 10. And he takes it the distance for 2 points.
Chris, I can't believe we just saw that. This is a blocked PAT. It's a live ball. Some people may not know the rule here, but the defense sure did. That's 2 points going the other way.
So after his PAT was blocked, the kicker is out there again to boot it away. And he fields it inside the 15. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. And they'll start the drive here from the 23-yard line. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Taking a deep shot here late in the game. That ball is incomplete. An aggressive deep shot on first down.
Here we are in the fourth quarter. The offense just trying to come up with something to try to spark this offense and give them a chance at a comeback. Unfortunately, the defense is playing smart. They're sitting back, anticipating these deep throws.
He's going to take off. Crosses the 35. And the play is good enough for a first down. They'll move the ball to the 44.
These are the kind of plays that keep defensive coordinators up at night. You spend so much time putting your plan together to stop the pass, and then nobody accounts for the quarterback on a run.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. And he's intercepted for the 4th time tonight. He could go. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Ohio State. 6 points for the defense in this playoff game. What a moment. And the interception taken to the house. A pick-6 potential game-changing play, though.
Man, nothing gets a defense, and especially a defensive coordinator, more fired up than a pick-6. And let's not forget, give credit to some of those other defenders for making some key blocks to spring that touchdown loose.
Fielded near the end line. He's going to come out with it. Tackle at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. Here's the first play of the drive. They'll set up from the 13. It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Takes the ball and heads to the left. Fights through a tackle. 5-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 5.
Well, much like what we saw in the first half, Chris, in his playoff game, no adjustments. Go right back to giving his running back the football. He's had a monster day and continues to get positive yards.
Looking for a late deep shot. Catch made for a big game, but the fans are wondering where was that earlier in this football game.
Man, the defense seems to be all about loading up to stop the run. They're creating some one-on-one opportunities, and the quarterback and receiver make them pay for it with a great play.
So one enormous play has this offense inside the 30. Let's see if they can cash in this scoring opportunity. First down, looking to throw the ball. It's a short completion at the tight end. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass.
Hey, there's the execution. It's been lacking most of this game, but they'll take it. You know, you try to do everything that you can to learn and try to build for the future. And at this point in the game, it's obviously over, but you love to see the offense coordinator still giving this quarterback opportunities.
That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up 3rd down.
Boy, this offense has really struggled today, Chris, when it comes to throwing the football. They have dug themselves a huge hole. They're not going to have any chance of coming back. And I think one thing about this is you wonder where you go from here. You're hoping to make a play or two to give yourself a belief that things can get better, but it's just been a disastrous day for the offense.
The offense will spend a timeout to stop the clock. 21 seconds remaining. Offense stays on the field, of course. It's 4th down and inches. DB is looking to jam the receivers at the snap. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. 1st down.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.
The Longhorns starting a new series here on 1st and 10.
Ready.
Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Tight end makes the grab. Tackle at the 8 after the completion. And the offense takes timeout to stop the clock with just 11 seconds remaining. So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. From the shotgun, drops back, looking for an open man. And that is interception number 5 as the nightmare performance continues. Across the 40. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Buckeyes. A defensive score in this playoff game. Wow.
Great job here by the defense coming up with yet another play. Boy, they are just pouring it on today, dominating in every phase.
Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure